This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. On first down, Swift. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 14. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Flowers able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Back to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 30 33 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Down. 15 lining, 15 lining. 53, Mike, 53. Mike, go.
Back to throw here. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll set up a throw. He's got Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 58 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, ready. 55. Let's go, D.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check it backer, check it backer.
2nd and 13. Airing it out deep for Smith. And got his man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that one makes it 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Swift, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Call it a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Okay, ready? 51. Ready?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Coming to you. Come on.
Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt.
Kill. Undercrush, undercrush.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man is Galladay, complete. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 98 yards, so close. Now Johnson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bullet good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the 1st half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's got a man, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. 2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And an alley to run. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And how about the big boys showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Yep. Go, go. Two, fellas, let's go. 53. And go.
They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53's the mark. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2.
Check, 53's mine. All right, T, let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Right, huh?
They'll look to throw here. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He'll return it from the 6.
Come on, man, let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. On first down, Johnson. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Alpha. Heavy, give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 11. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. It's complete. Stills. And out of bounds right around the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes it to Wilson. A gain there of 30 big ones. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And an alley to run. the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He got 29 yards that time. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Stills. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there. A big one. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the score. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
That one good for 37 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Back to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Bullock's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got Evans. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw here. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
They're going to look to throw, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They blanketed the field the entire game.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for two. They'll try and throw for it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.